final Monday in the month of January. We got Fly, Eagles Fly, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson, LD, and Josh Jobe, all representing the University of Alabama for Super Bowl 57. You're rocking and rolling right now on the hottest show on these streets, talking your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Proud to have you all in here. And no, for the people asking, Coach Saban has not announced the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator yet. Announcement could come soon. Cross your fingers, hopefully. But no announcement has come yet. But in the meantime, you head over right now. You hit that subscribe button on the TDA YouTube channel right now. Get every friend, every family member, diehard Bama fan, casual Bama fan, consumer of Alabama football to subscribe. You're feeling the content, guess what? They will also. Don't forget to like the show. Hit that thumbs up. Run those likes up. Hit that like button right there. Trying to get this 50 likes starting off right here on a Monday. That daily super chat goal, $100. Daily super chat goal, $100 right there. All donations welcome and appreciated. Be sure to hit that little bell, post notification bell, so that way you get all of your updates, alerts here, and discussing Tide football. Don't want to miss that. Got a lot to discuss with you on this evening, and we want to hear from you, the incredible fans of Bama football. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358. Number to call in and let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. We definitely want to hear from you. But Eli, let's get this thing going with this right here. As I mentioned, no announcement on the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator yet for Alabama. Hopefully, something will come soon from Coach Saban. But a new name has emerged in the possibility for the OC vacancy spot at Alabama. And the new name is from the Pac-12. It is Ryan Grubb. My name's skipping for me. It was Ryan Grubb of Washington. Here we go. Ryan Grubb of Washington, of whom, according to multiple reports, he visited the University of Alabama today, interviewing with Coach Saban for potentially be the offensive coordinator for the Crimson Tide. So Ryan Grubb, young guy right here. Grubb, who at Washington had success there this past season as the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. He took Michael Penix Jr., who was basically a project as a transfer from Indiana. And Penix Jr. had a big season last year. Over 4,000 yards passing, I believe 33 touchdown passes, if I'm not mistaken. Washington had an offense that was 7th in the nation for scoring offense, 39.7 points per game, a shade under 40 points per contest. It had 5 games where it put up 40-plus points. The Huskies were second in total offense behind Tennessee, averaging 515.8 yards per game. The Huskies first in third down offense, moving the chains on third down. Washington first in passing offense. They were in the top 5 and top 10 in a number of these different categories. They had 2 1,000-yard receivers. And here's the big thing. Even though they probably didn't have the horses per se, the elite horses, in terms of the run game, Washington could run the football under Grubb when it needed to. It had 2 running backs that had over 100 carries that posted 10-plus rushing touchdowns. So when it felt like it wanted to run the football, the Huskies could. Washington finished up last season at 11-2 with Grubb as the OC. Also, prior to Washington, during his time at Fresno State, from 2019 to 2021 as the OC and quarterbacks coach, Grubb did some big things there also. 2021, the Bulldogs finished 10-3 on the season, had a 4,000-yard quarterback on that team. So when you look at Ryan Grubb, he brings uniqueness offensively. brings creativity offensively, does have balance. Washington did put up strong numbers as an offense. And you have to ask yourself, does Coach Saban pull in a second offensive coordinator from the Huskies? You go back to 2012, he made a call to get Doug Nussmeier from Washington. And what happened? Nussmeier was at Alabama 2012 and 2013. 2012 helped Alabama to a national championship. That 2012 season helped A.J. McCarron have had a big year. Amari Cooper, a 1,000-yard receiver. P.J. Yeldon, Eddie Lacy were both 1,000-yard running backs. So Doug Nussmeier did some good things. 2012 for Alabama as the offensive coordinator from Washington. 2013, of course, he helped McCarron, 3,000-yard passer, that season. And I believe T.J. Yeldon had 1,000 yards rushing as well from the running back perspective. So would this be a second time around that Nick Saban looks at an offensive coordinator from Washington in Ryan Grubb? Could be. Saban's going to take his time, though. He's interviewing several candidates, several guys for these two openings, OC and DC, because he wants to make the right hire, the correct hire, getting the person in here or the two people in here that fit what he wants to do here for the Crimson Tide. So as much as we as the people are going, Saban, what are you waiting for? Hurry up, bro. My blood pressure up. It's boiling. Come on. I ain't trying to drink right now, Saban. Make the coaching move. Get the hire in here. As much as we want things to be microwavable and happen right now, Saban's like, look, I'm Nick Saban. I'm the head coach. I'm 71. I'm making the money here. I know what I'm doing. I'm taking my time throughout this process, getting the right guys in here. And when I get them in here, the announcement will be made. But right now, the latest name that has hopped in here in terms of OC, kind of joining the likes of Jeff Lebby and Brian Johnson and other names we've discussed here on this show, it's Ryan Grubb, offensive coordinator for the Washington Huskies. Now, he recently signed an extension that was worth over $2 million to stay at Washington. That extension goes through 2025, but we have seen before coaches that have signed extensions to stay at one program that up and go to another place. We saw this with Joe Brady. He signed the extension to stay at LSU, but when the NFL came calling, he jumped ship straight to the NFL. So we have seen precedent in a coach may sign an extension to be at one program, but then up and leave somewhere else. Does Ryan Grubb do this? Who knows? We're just going to have to see. But he's the new name offensively, jumping into the OC vacancy conversation for Alabama as he had an interview today. We take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting started here, folks. Upon our return, we go on the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. Light us up in the chat line and in the phone line. Be back after this.
Nine players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, people, we're back into the action right here from the break. Hottest show on the streets, bringing you that Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, the man Eli Walker in the production studio. Continue giving us that thumbs up on the show, running those likes up, raising those like levels up there. Trying to get this 50 likes right now on the show. Appreciate Ty Alexander with that $9.99 in the super chats right there. Helping us out, Dancing Steven, getting down to business there. Daily super chat, go $100. Daily super chat, go $100. Also, folks, be reminded, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, streaming right here on TDA's YouTube channel, we got the Bama Standard with Justin Riley, comedy legend Steve Brown, all SEC linebacker, and Bama legend Marvin Constant, two-time national champion, USFL champion, Bo Scarborough, yours truly, Stephen M. Smith. Got former Bama receiver Slade the Blade Bolden coming on the show as well. So we got the Bama legends, the laughter, the fun, conversation. Bama Standard tomorrow. Check that out. But right now we go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. Number to call in, 205-448-1358. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from?
Stephen, what's shaking on Monday evening? What's going on, man? Lay it on me.
What's going on, President Wayland? Well, it looks like another name has jumped into the Alabama offensive coordinator vacancy, that being one Ryan Grubb, the OC for the Washington Huskies. Multiple reports are out that he visited the University of Alabama today, interviewing with Coach Saban about the OC vacancy. Coach Saban will be speaking with multiple people. He's trying to get the best guy in here to run this offense and run this defense. So Ryan Grubb, just the latest name that's hopped in here, the OC out of Washington, visiting the Tide today.
I was excited to hear that this morning. He's about 47, 48 years old. He may make a good OC. I'll tell you another guy that's in the mix a little bit, too. His name had been mentioned. A lot of people won't know who this cat is. A.J. Millwee. He's from Texas. You know who he is, Stephen? You ever heard of A.J. Millwee?
A.J. Millwee was actually a former analyst in Alabama. He was a former analyst right here, and Steve Sarkisian took him with him to Texas, but A.J. Millwee was once in Tuscaloosa.
Great young guy. He's got a lot of potential ahead of him. He's a young guy. He might hang around, so a lot of people won't know him. Do you research on A.J. Millwee, and you'll see where he's been, like Steven said. And he could be a great hire at Alabama, And I tell you what, there's a lot of positive talk also, Steven, about Freddie Kitchens. Have you been reading about Fast Freddie? You've been reading that a little bit?
I mean, there's been some few Freddie Kitchens love being thrown out there, Wayland. So it's going to be interesting to see. Coach Saban is taking his time for a reason. He wants the guy that understands not just the urgency of getting back to that championship right here, but also a guy that's going to fit what Saban wants to have done at Alabama. So there's a lot of different things that the GOAT is looking at. So this is why he's taking his time and making sure that he speaks to everybody he can speak to before making his move.
Yeah, it's looking good. A lot of good candidates out there. He's got a lot of people to choose from, a lot of folks to talk to. So looks like he's not drawing this out like you said. He's just taking his time. He wants the right guy to put him in the right position. So that's what it takes. So anyway, y'all looking good. I'm back. I'm going to be gone again here at the latter part of the week. So y'all keep the show going. Y'all doing a great job. Y'all keep this show, the hottest show on the street, hottest show on YouTube, greatest show on earth. I'm telling you what, y'all do a wonderful job. We love all y'all. Y'all be safe. I'll see y'all probably next week sometime. Bye-bye, everyone.
Appreciate the President weighing in, checking in here to start us off on a Monday, 205-448-1358. Number to call in, 205-448-1358. We take this when you're live on the show. What's happening, how we feeling, state your name, and where you calling from?
Alfonso in Atlanta.
What's up, Alfonso?
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
I'm doing good, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing just fine, man. I'm just trying to figure out how we just found our defensive coordinator and jumped to an OC now.
Well, right now, Saban's looking at, both spots here. Right now, the big name for OC, everyone's talking about it. Is it going to be Jeremy Pruitt, or does Nick Saban settle in on Todd Grantham? The hope and prayer is that Pruitt comes in as the DC. I know Glenn Schumann's name's been out there. Jim Leonard's name of Wisconsin's been out there. Several names have been out there. But since the picture went around the world of Jeremy Pruitt buying this Ford truck at Fort Payne, Alabama, just 2 hours from Tuscaloosa, the word is it Pruitt? People are hoping that's Pruitt. But from what I'm being told, Saban wants Pruitt, his wife, his family, they want to be in Tuscaloosa. Hopefully that is the notion, that is the deal. Now, in terms of offensive coordinator, Jeff Lebby out of Oklahoma, his name is in there. Brian Johnson, the quarterback coach for the Eagles, there have been talks about him. And now Ryan Grubb, the OC at Washington, has recently been in Tuscaloosa being interviewed by Coach Saban for the OC job.
Well, I really think on that OC job, I think you need to take a flight out to Thailand and pick up the real man out there. Because that guy right there, I believe, would be the better quarterback coach for the black quarterback because everybody's picking the other guy over him, but I don't see it going that route. And as far as the DC, it's just too much behind the Tennessee guy. I don't know how they're going to get over that and how they're going to get through it. But like I said, OC, that guy in Thailand, that's the main man.
Alfonso's putting his money on Cliff Kingsbury. Putting his money on Cliff Kingsbury, former head coach for the Arizona Cardinals, who was taking that trip out to Thailand. And I wonder, is Kingsbury burned out, though? That's my question, because it just feels like the relationship between he and Kyler Murray didn't quite go the way Kingsbury would have wanted it to go, and that led to him getting fired in Arizona. Is Kingsbury burned out? Does he really want to jump back into coaching at Alabama? I mean, all interesting things. But appreciate Alfonso for that call there. 205-448-1358 for number to call in. Let your voice be made known. Guys, shout out Siobhan Pompey. Siobhan Pompey with that $9.99. And the super chats, appreciate Siobhan. And our own President Waylon with that $9.99 in the super chats as well. Helping us out here on the show. But cool call topic here, Eli, as fly, Eagles, fly, baby. I'm waving my hands here. Fly, Eagles, fly. Philly in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 57. University of Alabama represented well for the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, which will be on February 12th. You got Jalen Hurts, Devontae Slim Reaper Smith, Landon Dickerson, Josh Jobe in the Super Bowl. Bama well represented after taking care of the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game, 31-7. D'Amico Ryans, a former Bama legend as well, hate that it had to end for him like this. Ryans, a defensive coordinator for the 49ers. He's going to be a head coach somewhere. Somebody's going to call his phone, go ahead and hire him in as the head coach. It may very well be the Houston Texans, but congrats to the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, at 24 years of age, led his team to the Super Bowl. Hurts becoming the fourth Alabama quarterback. You're joining Bart Starr, Joe Namath, Ken Stabler. Just let that sink in. You just joined Bart Starr, right? Joe Namath, Joe Willie, and Ken Snake Stabler as the fourth Alabama quarterback to lead your particular NFL team to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts showing every critic, every doubter, every hater, look at me now. Doing his best Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Jalen Hurts doing it. big time in the NFL for those Philadelphia Eagles. But we take a break right here, folks. We'll touch that down. When we get back, an interesting report happened on last week about Nick Saban. He ain't one to just be giving off NIL opportunities. You gotta earn that in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk about Saban's conversation at a football convention right after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
This is Matt Caddell, former Alabama wide receiver, and you're listening to In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith with Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And I got 2 words to say, baby. Roll Tide.
All right, people, we're rocking and rolling in here to the action. From the break on the hottest show on the streets, talking your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Got to show some love to J.D. Long with that $19.99 in the Super Chats. J.D. Long helping us out. Dancing Stephen, appreciating that right there. Continue hitting that like button, people. Give us that thumbs up. Run those likes all the way up. Smash that like button. Make this your show, your platform and space to talk Bama football. Remember, on tomorrow, streaming right here on the TDA YouTube channel at 6 p.m., we got the Bama Standard with Justin Riley, comedy legend Steve Brown, all SEC linebacker, Bama legend Marvin Constant, 2-time national champion, USFL championship running back Bo Scarborough, yours truly, Stephen M. Smith, former Bama receiver Slade the Blade Bolden, join us as a guest on tomorrow. Going to be a fun conversation all across the board right there. But Eli, a very interesting report hit the internet, a couple days ago. And Coach Saban, last week, Coach Saban on last Thursday, he was at the Alabama Football Coaches Association Convention Clinic in Montgomery. He's there every year. And speaking to a lot of the high school coaches, giving them wisdom, giving them nuggets and gems about how to structure being a coach and mentoring young men and, being inspiring the young men and just, how it is to be, a teacher as well as a coach. And during that convention, of course, one of the questions that came up is NIL. How do you handle NIL? How do you adjust the name, image, and likeness culture that is not just college football, but high school football as well? Like, how do you deal with that? How do you manage that? How do you get out in front of that? And, Coach Saban, straight up, he talked about it. At Alabama, you're just not giving away NIL opportunities. Those things are earned. He's all for players creating value for themselves. He talks about it in terms of the NFL. It's about players creating value. In terms of NIL, it's about players creating value. But he wants this done the right way. He wants you to earn it with your performance, your play on the field, with you creating those, fostering those relationships with those brands, organizations, things of that nature. He's just not going to give you an NIL. It's not just going to fall from the sky. You got to earn that. And Saban talked about how he had to literally turn down, reject, deny a 2023 recruit NIL opportunities and a transfer player NIL opportunities. According to a report from Outkick via Fox and Fox Sports, there was a player for Alabama, a player that recently hit the transfer portal and went to a new program. The player was asking for $500,000 of NIL opportunity and to have his girlfriend's law program at UA paid for. And Nick Saban was like, we ain't having that. No. Saban said, quote, I had to show him the door. So no one knows who that particular player is. Saban did not go into any type of information on, he didn't give out any names. Of course, we don't expect Saban to do that, but I just thought it was interesting how, Saban, he ain't trying to just give away NILs over here in Tuscaloosa. Those things have got to be earned. Hard work, sweat, blood, tears, dedication. He wants you creating value, but he wants that value created the right way. He doesn't mind you getting paid for what you do, but he wants that thing done right. He wants that thing done correctly. And especially with, the last 2 years, Georgia into the season with a college football playoff national championship, Saban's like, is you about NIL? Or is you about being in here helping Bama win these championships? That's on Saban's mind now. Are you about name, image, likeness, or are you about helping this program get into that college football playoff and finishing with national championships? Conversation right now. But I just thought, Eli, that was extremely interesting, that report on last Thursday. Coach Saban had to shut the door on a 2023 recruit and, a former player who now transferred and is elsewhere that wanted, big lump sum of money in terms of NIL. Combined, we're looking at combined, according to the report from Outkick, it was $1.3 million combined for the recruit and the guy that transferred. $1.3 million, man. But yeah, Coach Saban laying down the law where that is concerned also. But take another break here, folks. Don't touch that dial. When we get back, line us back up in the phone lines. We want to hear from you. We want your thoughts, your conversations, your ideas, your opinions. What are you looking forward to the most in spring football? Spring practice is coming up in March. What are you looking forward to the most in spring ball? We'll talk about it after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
All right, people, we're back to here to the action from the break. Hottest show in the streets. We're giving you nothing but Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Appreciate you guys in here. Continue hitting that like button. You know what to do. Give us that thumbs up. Hit that like button. Tap that thumbs up one time. Making this your show, your network platform channel to talk Bama. That daily Super Chat go $100 daily. Super Chat going $100 right there. We appreciate all donations right here to the show. And, Eli, Super Bowl 57 in 2 weeks, man. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson, Josh Jobe against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, and them Chiefs. Boy, what a football game. Woo! I'm going to enjoy watching that one right there. Chiefs and Eagles. Eagles win this. Jalen Hurts is going to get a max deal. The conversation I'm hearing could be over $200 million deal for Jalen Hurts. This offseason, Jalen Hurts is looking at the big bag. It's about bigger than the Wendy's biggie bag. That's the deal Jalen Hurts is looking at right now. I'm just saying. Now, next season, if you're looking at just his rookie deal, he'll be looking to make $4 million. But because of the fact that he was not taken in the first round, and he has outperformed the rookie contract, this is the beauty of when you're not taken first round, and when you can prove yourself to be right, and you outperform your rookie deal. It's such a great feeling when you and your agent, in this case for Jalen Hurts, Miss Nicole Lynn of Clutch Sports Group, run by LeBron James and Rich Paul. This is what's great. When you can outperform your rookie deal, bet on yourself, and be right, you can go back to the conversation table and be like, hey, yeah, like, I did that. So let's discuss bigger commas, bigger zeros, bigger dollar signs. Let's discuss that now. And you are right in being able to discuss that now. So Jalen Hurts could be looking at over $200 million in terms of his contract for the future going into this offseason. I mean, whether he wins the Super Bowl or not, he getting the money. If he wins the Super Bowl, that might even be more incentive. But whether he wins the Super Bowl or not, that man getting that money. Period. He getting that money. Kudos to the Jalen, though. I mean, what a season he has had. But call topic here, as you guys are getting your thoughts together. This one on Henry To'o, former Alabama linebacker, helping the Crimson Tide to an SEC championship in 2021, helping the Crimson Tide to a Cotton Bowl victory and a Sugar Bowl in a All-State Sugar Bowl victory this past season. Henry T will not participate in the Reese's Senior Bowl due to an undisclosed injury. This news came out on today, so he'll be the second player did not participate in the Senior Bowl, joining one Jordan Battle. So the guys that look to participate in the event, you still got DJ Dale, Byron Young, Tyler Steen, Emil Ekiyor Jr., Cameron Latu, DeMarco Helms. Those are your names that are still expected to participate in the Senior Bowl. So Jordan Battle, Henry To'o not participating in the event right there. But we'll see where Henry T falls in the draft. We got to shout out this guy, this person right here. Super Chat just came in. Brian Watson with that $4.99, dropping that love in the hat. Love in the bucket. Appreciate that coming from him. Daily Super Chat goal there. $100. We appreciate all the support there coming from you, the Bama football faithful. We take our final break here on the show, but folks, when we get back, the discussion will be the journey of Jalen Hurts and why his Super Bowl run is special. His journey to this point in his career is special. And some of it even involves me. We'll talk about it after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we're rocking and rolling. Back into the action from the break. Hottest show in these streets. We're bringing you nothing but Bama football content in my own words. Yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Continue hitting that like button, raising those like levels up, tapping that thumbs up right there for us, making this your place to talk Bama football. Guys, shout out my man Bill from New York with that 505 in the Super Chats. Appreciate my man Big Bill helping us out right there in the donation tab there. But always, people, all goals, all Super Chats appreciated. All Super Chats welcome here. Thanks to all of you. And hold on, here we got another one here. My man Dallas Schwartz. My man Dallas dropping in that $25 donation. The bucket right there. Appreciate Dallas Schwartz helping us out on the show. But, it's time to give flowers, and we've already given our flowers to him, especially I have. But it's time to give our flowers right now to Jalen Hurts. And because of the fact that in the Super Bowl, becoming the fourth Alabama quarterback and the first one since Ken Stabler 1976 season to lead his team to the Super Bowl. And understandably so, after tomorrow, it's February 1st. Y'all know what time that is, Black History Month. So, and getting that started early, Jalen Hurts becomes the first black Alabama quarterback to, in the Saban era, of course, in school history, to lead his team to the Super Bowl. So this is a big moment right here. And for Jalen, what makes it so special is all of the adversity and the naysay he had to endure to reach this point. And the wisdom he carries himself with, even at 24 years old. I personally, I remember in 2016, this was the summer before the season started for Alabama. And this is where, Jalen Hurts came to Alabama. It was a very special time. Alabama never had a true freshman starting quarterback before under Nick Saban. Never had. And I remember leaving the spring game in 2016 where Jalen Hurts was the only quarterback to throw a touchdown pass in that game. And when I left the spring game, our photographer for TDA, Cedric Mason, we're leaving Bryant Denny together. And he looks at me and he goes, "Steven, that guy Hurts, number 2, that's the quarterback. That's the starter right there. 2, that's him." So say it knew as we're walking out the stadium who the guy was going to be after the A-Day game. But, me, being the black version of Sherlock Holmes, I like to do a little extra digging. So what I did the entire offseason, I spoke to probably over 100, I spoke to over 50 people. I know I did. Whether it was girlfriends of players, trainers, staffers, janitors, walk-ons, I spoke to anybody who would talk to me in terms of, is Jalen Hurts really that dude? Is he really that guy? Could he really be the starting quarterback for Alabama? And of all the people I spoke to, they all come back. Yes, he's it. Yes, he's the starter. He's won everybody. He's won over the entire team. Nick Saban is enamored with him. It's him. It's Jalen Hurts. He is him. Jalen Hurts was the word him before that became a term. So, Jalen Hurts. So, I break the story for Touchdown Alabama magazine. The site crashed. Everything went crazy. I got chewed out by people. People came at me with pitchforks and torches, wondering what, you have no idea what you're talking about. And, I had to stay off of social media for a few weeks. But, lo and behold, by God, it was right. Jalen Hurts, as a freshman, came in the USC matchup, stole the show, took over, became the guy. Set so many awards at Alabama as a freshman. We were all wearing Hurts So Good pins on our shirts. He was, the guy, we watched him grow up, freshman. If not for Deshaun Watson, in the final drive, Jalen Hurts would have became the first true freshman quarterback to lead his team to a national championship since Jameel Holloway, 1985 Oklahoma Sooner edition, right? But Deshaun Watson just had to have his day, his moment. And then 2017, Jalen took the team all the way to the national championship game. Unfortunately, didn't have his best performance in the first half against Georgia. Gets benched for Tua, and it was just Tua's time. It was just Tua Tagovailoa's time. 2018, Jalen, the ultimate teammate. Didn't whine, didn't pout, didn't make it about himself. Tua was the starter, but Tua gets hurt. 2018, the SEC championship game. Jalen comes in off the bench in the perfect moment, rescues that team, gets the 35-28 come from behind win over the Bulldogs, goes off to Oklahoma, though he still claims Alabama as home. He graduates from Alabama first, then goes off to Oklahoma, heavily supported, helps the Sooners to a college football playoff, and in the NFL, after being doubted for so long, everybody's saying he can't throw, he's not a passer, he's not accurate, his game won't transition, he needs to change positions. Jalen's hearing all of that. We don't know if he can be the guy. Eagles are making a bad move, terrible move. This is not good for their organization. And despite all the naysay, the underdog story, Jalen Hurts, in year 2 as a starting quarterback, gives everybody the biggest metaphorical middle finger and just owns the league. Doesn't just show him a quarterback, I'm a superstar. Everybody's talking about him. I mean, MVP finalist, AP Offensive Player of the Year finalist. By God, won the NFC Championship in the Super Bowl. People say, not a passer. He finished 10th among quarterbacks for passing yards, 3,701 for the regular season. Guy's game is not going to transition. He's got 39 total touchdowns this year. He only had, 6 picks all season? His game won't transition, not a passer. I think Jalen had 8 or 9 games where he had a passer rating of over 100. People he is him. He did it all year long. Did it all year long. It's special because he never made it about himself. He never put the camera on himself. He's always about the people around him. Just complete humble dude and just quietly shutting everybody up. Just shutting them up quietly. And he's in the Super Bowl. And 6 years ago, I had the joy of breaking the story on him being the Alabama starting quarterback. And just look at it now, 6 years later. He's going to play in Super Bowl 57. Sometimes, I just have to pinch myself, man. Bro, did you really write that story 6 years ago? It happened. Bro, did people really feel like you had no idea what you were talking about? Yeah. And he's in the Super Bowl. Kudos to Jalen Hurts, man. Congrats to him. He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it. Finley deserves it. What a story. I'm going to sit down with popcorn, wings, pizza, maybe a bottle of root beer. I'm going to watch that Super Bowl. Folks, as always, you want the best news, notes, information, entertainment on your favorite program, that being the Crimson Tide. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. You download the app, the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Overcast.fm or iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. Guys, shout out Real Talk with that $20 donation in the bucket there. We've hit our daily super chat goal of $100. Give yourself a hand. Bama Nation, you did it. You made this your show, your platform, your channel to talk Bama football. We thank you for that. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation that is Tide football. Remember, Bama Nation, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. You're trying to get your hands on the fresh edition, print edition of TDA, the magazine. Here's what you do. You go to touchdownalabama.com. Click join. Become a member and or a subscriber today. That link in the description as well. Folks, don't forget, tomorrow streaming right here on the TDA YouTube channel, 6 p.m. Central Time. We got the Bama Standard with Justin Riley, comedy legend Steve Brown, all SEC linebacker, Bama legend Marvin Constant, two-time national champion and USFL champion Bo Scarborough. Yours truly, Stephen M. Smith. We got the man Slade the Blade Bolden coming on the show. Former Bama receiver, national champion. Gonna be fun right there. Definitely want to enjoy that conversation. Guys, shout out you guys, the incredible fans of Bama football, the love. Phone calls, donations, chat line, everything booming. Appreciate you guys for making this your place right here. Guys, showing love to my man, the Wonder Kid, Eli Walker, who put me on body armor. Appreciate that, Eli. We rolling now. Hydration game strong. Appreciate that from Eli. Behind the scenes, helping us out right there. Till next time, folks. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, appreciate, value those husbands. Children, continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored there. Get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Till next time, folks, your man Stephen M. Smith, and you've been listening. Say in my own words.